preparing to clean the curtains, the female lead said there would be showers later. Better not wash them. The three didn't believe at all. The female lead explained that the clouds were very low, and the birds were flying low too. Still, the three didn't believe. How could the words of a newcomer be accurate? They couldn't be bothered with the female lead, and continued working. But to their surprise, it started pouring down shortly after they left. It was already in the afternoon. The main character, after tidying up the room, came to the balcony to admire the Empire's scenery, but she immediately sensed Arnold's presence. Even from such a distance, she was still discovered. This made Arnold greatly admire the main character's abilities. After arriving at the balcony, Arnold was curious about what the main character was looking at. The main character said she was looking at this city. She had wanted to visit this country for a long time, and now finally realized it. She was very happy. At this moment, Arnold asked the main character, why bother learning swordsmanship and knowledge of herbs and other skills which are unnecessary for an ordinary lady? The female protagonist remembered what her mother once said. If you are born into a duke's family, you don't need your own ideas. Your happiness lies in marrying into the royal family and bearing heirs. Instead of pursuing education, it is better to undergo bridal training. The female protagonist wants to refute her mother's words. That's why she's learning different skills in 7 lifetimes. Her value doesn't need to be determined by others. Proving herself through her own abilities is everything. Arnold sees the determination in the female protagonist and says, this girl never imagined that after reincarnating 7 times, she would become the unmarried fiancé of the imperial prince, looking at the man in front of her who has killed her multiple times. The heroine's mood is indescribably complex. In the previous 6 lifetimes, it was all because of Arnold starting the war that indirectly led to deaths. But in the last life, when he became a knight, he was killed by Arnold himself, bringing back memories of unpleasant past events. The heroine decides to retaliate against Arnold, so she tries to seize the lead in the dance. But no matter how hard she tries, she cannot change Arnold's course. This scene reminds the heroine of the previous life and the battle with Arnold when he was also restrained by Arnold, completely caught up in the other party's rhythm. This led to the final death. So just in case, the female lead proposed to practice swordsmanship with Arnold. Such a bizarre request. Arnold saw her for the first time. This made him feel even more. The female lead was different from other debutantes. After the ball, Arnold went to deal with nobles from various countries. At this time, a blonde noble lady greeted the female lead. She was attracted by her dancing skills, wanted to toast the female lead. The female lead saw through the other party's intention, but she still accepted it because she had been a pharmacist in the second life. So her nose was very sensitive, instantly detected. This is a special red wine with chili added. Knowing the other party wanted to embarrass her, but the female lead still drank it and said the taste was very exciting, very good. Unable to humiliate her, this made the noble's daughter's face sink. She turned and left. Later, the female lead went to the balcony to continue tasting wine. Arnold also followed. He asked the female lead to get rid of this thing used for pranks. The female lead said she didn't want to waste. Arnold grabbed the red wine directly after hearing it and drank it all in one gulp. The spiciness made Arnold a little unbearable. The female lead was a bit stunned, then said thank you. Arnold said it was nothing. He now wanted to know what the female lead was thinking when they were dancing just now. Because the female lead's eyes clearly weren't thinking about herself, but about another man. The female lead wanted to say, I am thinking about the future, but she couldn't reveal her reincarnation secret, so she immediately changed the subject and said, I am worried about your health, because when dancing, he found Arnold's left shoulder movement was always a little slower than the right. This situation is generally injured. Arnold was very shocked after hearing, then he unbuttoned the neckline on the left. Except for himself, almost no one knew how to save the injury. The female lead was stunned on the spot. The wound was repeatedly slashed along the neck. This is almost as if someone wanted to kill Arnold. He wanted to know who could do it. Arnold was silent for a while, and then returned to the hall. In the blink of an eye, it was the next day. Today is the day to select the Empress maids. All the maids were working hard, but what they never expected is that the political master has now mixed in, because they need